To the Republican National Convention now, where we'll hear from JD Vance. This is for the first time since he was announced as Donald Trump's running mate. Sky News Washington correspondent Annelise Nielsen joins us live now. So, Annelise, what are we expecting? Because Donald Trump's speech, he said he's torn it up. It's going to be about unity. What will the potential vice president strike his themes on?
This is going to be really interesting to watch because as much as people say, and we've heard the Democrats say, that they think JD Vance is just a carbon copy of Donald Trump, they're very different people for how they came to politics and what their stories have been. And I think there will be a lot of focus on that, and especially JD Vance's history from coming from a really poor rural background, getting to where he wanted to be through sheer hard work and talent. It's the American dream. So I think there will be a strong focus on that when he's speaking to people here. But everything's changed since this assassination attempt on Donald Trump. It's completely reframed the speeches that have happened here, the sentiment of those who've attended. And JD Vance, on his first official campaign stop as the vice presidential nominee, spoke directly about how upsetting he found watching Donald Trump almost lose his life on Saturday.
I remember what I did. I was pissed. As soon as I knew he was okay, I felt relief, and then I was like, I cannot believe an assassin tried to take down the President of the United States. I was mad about it. Was he mad and angry? He called for national unity. He called for calm. He showed leadership, my friends, that the media keeps on saying they want somebody to tone down the temperature. Well, Donald Trump got shot and he toned down the temperature. That's what a real leader does.
Tom, for the Australian perspective, a potential Trump administration could radically reshape foreign policy. And in particular, there's a lot of question marks hanging over what he'll do in Ukraine and what that will mean for the future of NATO, the future of global security, whether that will have run-on effects for Taiwan. So when we were allowed out onto the floor earlier today, I was asking delegates about how they felt about support for Ukraine, because every single delegate behind me are the people that their congressmen, their senators are listening to when they're shaping law in Washington, D.C. They're influential voices in their ear, and this is what they're saying about Ukraine.
I'm sorry for them. I am. But each of us is dealing with this in our hometown. They're dealing with it there, and we need to take care of our border first.
It's kind of a double-edged sword. You know, it's one of those things that it's not easy to be 100% one way or the other.
There's some things that we need to accomplish in this country that we should be, like the homeless, for one thing. We're not having a very successful time of accomplishing that.
I think our money needs to stay here and help the people here right now. Not saying I'm not sympathetic and wanting to help, but we have Americans right now that need help.
The U.S. is obviously the largest supplier of weapons in that war, and I think most Americans are tired of war. We've been at war since 2001, and we're tired of war. We want peace.
So, Tom, I know we were showing some vision before of Donald Trump doing his walkthrough on the stage. That was part of the preparation for his big speech tomorrow. But tonight it's all about seeing JD Vance. His wife will speak as well. And we're also waiting on Peter Navarro, who's just left federal prison after his sentencing for refusing to hand over documents in the inquiry on January 6th. He was a trade advisor for Donald Trump. He's come out of prison. He's coming straight to this stage.